You are listening to Subject to Change. Real people experiencing real life, unscripted.
All right, well, welcome to another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Mallory.
I'm Sarah.
I'm the monkey in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, today we have another round of guests with us. Michael and Josh are joining the episode today.
So fun.
We will get into that in a little bit. Yay. Feel free to interject as we talk here.
Absolutely.
All right. Dad, I think
that's the introduction to Josh and Michael? Like, we have guests.
Well,
oh, you're going to get to it.
We'll get to it. I said we're going to get to it.
Feel free to come in because I'm going to bitch about stuff for a little bit.
Still figuring things out here.
So we'll talk about this in a second, but vacation. But while I was on vacation last week, I have this issue with two things about people just not respecting other people's space, right? So I'm in an airport bar, and this dude at the bar is literally on a FaceTime call without headphones or anything. So you can hear everything.
Oh, no.
Dude.
What is this? So I talked to the bartender, Tony. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, dude, you have no idea how people are just crazy with that kind of stuff.
Wait, am I that person though?
Do you do that?
Oh no, you guys, am I going to be hated?
Do you do that, Mallory?
I listen.
You don't put headphones in?
No, I don't.
Why?
Because I don't always have them on me, and I can't just put it up to my ear. I always have to have it on speaker.
Well, speaker.
But I leave
So
wherever
are
I'm
you
at.
unaware of the people around you?
You're
in your own little
I
bubble?
need a minute because I understand
Is this the
now.
woke people we're talking
Oh
about?
dear. I fear that I am that person that is taking up space in these rooms and being just an ass.
Yeah.
That is me.
Like, I would say, excuse me, ma'am. I don't need to hear you talking to your sister about the date you just went on last night. I really
know.
don't care. 100%. So then you go to a private place, which segues into my second. As soon as I left that place, I went into the bathroom. And what's this thing with people literally on the phone in the bathroom?
Oh my
Have
god!
you guys experienced that stuff?
I've answered someone back.
Talking on the phone.
When guys are peeing, they even do it. I swear to God.
Stop it.
I don't get it.
Stop. No.
Why?
You can't wait 2 seconds?
That doesn't happen in the women's restroom?
Oh, it does.
Oh,
I've
it
answered
does.
somebody because they're on the phone. They're like, "How was your date?" I'm like, "My date is fine."
Or like
But
if it's
they
like,
weren't talking
I mean,
to
if
me.
it's an emergency, I'll answer it, but like not like.
No way. I'm not doing it.
I can wait.
And I'm
It's
just
a
sitting there.
little
Yeah.
awkward.
What's that, Josh?
I said I can wait.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Doesn't
peeing.
take that long.
It's also not very sanitary.
Plus,
No,
you
it's
see
not
them,
very-
I actually see them one hand on the, I'm just in the guy's bathroom. I'm not hanging out
yeah.
in the girl's bathroom. Not as an adult. But they got one hand on their junk and then one hand in the phone. Like, what how are you going to put it back in? And then they like do the shoulder
God.
thing and put it all back in. Like, really? That is that? And it's not that important, Josh, to your point. No, they don't.
And
They're
think
not talking
about,
about
like,
anything.
if you're using the restroom and someone's like texting, it's like, are you taking a picture of me? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, that could be too. I mean,
Because there
I
is
didn't
no
think about
stall
that, Michael.
doors. Yeah, oh, God.
So true.
I didn't think about
Insecurities. That's hilarious.
I don't know, just part of my complaint that people are just not aware
Dad's
of their
complaints.
surroundings. You're sitting at a bar, everyone's looking at you, and it's the same people on the plane too.
Was it like a domestic dispute or like?
No, the guy at the bar, I don't even know what they were talking about.
Oh.
Something just not relevant or important.
Oh.
Like, what'd you do yesterday? Like, I don't know, man. My flight. I'm just waiting for my flight. Like,
Wait, so do you guys like when you're talking on the phone? Do you put it on speakerphone?
I do at my
Never.
house.
Never.
because the iPhone speakerphone is not full duplex, and I'm like sensitive to that shit. So
Yeah.
it's horrible. It's
Yeah.
horrible. When your Aunt Amy gets on the phone, I'm like, take me off speaker. Jesus Christ, I can't hear anything.
That's Michael. You are a speaker phone person.
I'm a speaker person and I pace the entire house.
That's what I do. I do
I
the
do
same
that
thing.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
Because I
why.
can't hold it.
No, I got to be moving.
Yeah.
Got to be in motion.
Yeah.
I feel like my brain then is in motion.
I know. If I'm not on speaker, I'm voice to texting, like voice recording messages all day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, but you
I hear those
understand
all
on
the time.
What?
I said between you two, I hear those. All the time. I'll be laying in bed and I'll hear Sarah's voice, and I'm like, what's going on?
Where's that coming from?
Where is that coming from? And why is she in my bedroom right now?
Surprise.
But it's not full duplex.
What do you mean?
Meaning, when you start to talk, it cuts off their microphone. They can only then hear you. So they're probably trying to talk, and then everything starts to become garbled, and it's a horrible.
I don't
way to have a
notice that.
I
conversation.
didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Well, now you're going to be aware of it.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm always going
And
to be
now,
looking.
hopefully, all of our 14 listeners will also.
You're welcome.
20 followers now. We have 20. Yeah, yeah. We're getting there. Which, speaking of, that brings me, now that Dad complained, I'm going to have a
professionals
positive. So we got a message on our Facebook that only has about like 10 likes. Let me just get to it here. Okay. I'm not getting. Well, wait a minute.
We're so prepared.
I was not prepared. Sorry. I thought I could just have easy access to it, and it didn't happen. Okay. So we got a positive comment that said, I know I have told Mallory this because we know each other, but I want to say that you guys are doing an absolutely amazing job on this podcast. Thank you so much for deciding to do this for not only yourselves, but others too. You guys are amazing. Keep up the great work.
He's amazing. I love that.
It's really nice to hear.
That's listener number
I don't-
7.
I don't know. I don't know. We
Super
keep
fan
names
numbers.
anonymous, but that
Subject
brings
to
me
change, super
to
fan.
super fan.
No, he's amazing.
It's great. It's. I'm glad that we get messages like that because it,
Yeah.
reminds us of why we're doing this and
Keeps us going.
yeah, why we did that. So with that being said, if you want to be a guest, if you have something to say, positive, negative, we'll welcome it. If you have a story that you're scared to share and want us to share anonymously, send it over and we will air it. And
Yes.
If you want to come in and have everyone's dad call you on shit, then come
Come
this
on in.
podcast.
This is the
come
place
on
to
in.
do it.
This is the place to come.
You won't regret it.
Nope. Zero regrets.
No regrets here.
Really? Not just 2 letters?
Nope. No regrets. Yeah. All right. So last week, so you went on vacation
Oh, yeah.
and
I do have a story to tell about that. Too,
Oh,
before we
yeah.
start getting into this.
and I went to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did a sailing trip down in the British Virgin Islands, which I do a lot. I love to sail, so that's my thing. But something horrible happened on the trip, and one of our crew members, we stopped at an island, and I'll keep this really short, but she and her partner rented a scooter, which we do. You go to this island, and you go to these beach bars. It's really cool, and you can rent scooters, or you can take a taxi. And we've always rented scooters, at least the people that I go with. And I was really more worried about my uncle, who's 77 years old. Like, I'm taking a scooter and bringing my wife, which is my aunt. Do the math. And I was more worried about him driving a scooter than the youngest couple in the group. But, accidents happen. And they had a really bad accident. It was horrible. She's doing okay. Today we found out she was having surgery today. But basically, I'll do this in a Reader's Digest version. Accident happens. This is an island with nobody on it. They don't have EMTs. They just got an ambulance donated to them a month ago. So they had an ambulance, but these guys show up and they had no idea what to do. Take her to a clinic just to try to stabilize her. But essentially, her entire her entire leg, like, it was lacerated down her leg.
Oh my
And
God.
one thing, when I saw it, I was just like, I was looking at it, and I'm in the medical profession, so I was like, man, that's like a scalpel cut. It was such a clean cut. But then you could see tendons, bone,
Oh, dear, dear, dear,
muscle.
dear, 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 dear.
Oh, it was horrible. So 2 hours on the island before she can get a flight, they told us, like, you got to sail back. We sailed back to the mainland. main island in the British Virgin Islands, and they took her to the hospital there via the plane. A couple days in the hospital, and then just really they did emergency surgery to just clean it all up and everything. They couldn't do anything. She broke her tibia, she broke her patella. As I said, like half of her leg was exposed. They didn't close her completely up. The surgeon said that they didn't have everything at that hospital to do it. So he was saying, you got to get back to the States.
Wow.
And then it was just more logistically getting a jet, because you can't take a prop plane that far from the British Virgin Islands back to the mainland. And
Oh my
they
God.
got a jet. She landed in Miami Saturday. Interestingly, the same exact time we were landing in our plane, which they were supposed to be on our flight, which is just crazy. They just were on a medical flight, and we were on our regular flight. And yeah, she was having surgery today, so it's going to be a rough road for her. She texted this morning and said that 2 surgeries, at least 10 to 14 days down in Miami at the hospital. So she may miss Christmas. And
No,
it's
that's
really,
terrible.
really sad, or really terrible.
Aw.
That's so terrible.
And yeah, we all. I can tell you that there's certain people in the world that are really good people. My friends David and Lisa, and I definitely want to have David on the podcast sometime. But Lisa was just like, I'm staying with her. She stayed with her on the island, flew back with her, like everything she could possibly do. Like everyone really came together, which was really sweet. And also, my lesson learned on this is she works for a really large. She's like a VP at a really large company. It's a global company, and she was lucky because they took care of everything. Now, people like us, that wouldn't happen. So I strongly recommend getting travel insurance if you do travel. Like
Yeah.
travel health
Yeah.
insurance. Call your insurance agent, get travel health insurance. I heard it's not expensive. It's like $120 a year or something.
Oh,
10
that's
bucks a
really
month.
cheap.
Yeah. Because that flight alone back to the States is like $100,000.
Oh
So
my
probably is
God.
gonna-
Have you had a story with
Well,
this,
no,
Josh?
I've heard. I used to be a flight attendant, so I've heard multiple expenses on
Oh,
medical
that's so
flights back
expensive.
to
Yeah.
States, so I can
Wow.
only imagine what that bill will look like.
And I hate to say it's just a broken leg, but they put pins in her, like a stabilizer thing, from above her knee down to her ankle. So you can't just hop in first class even. Like you gotta stay flat, and her
Yeah.
wound was open. Like you got to get a medical flight.
Oh my
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
crazy.
Well, I'm
So-
glad she's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
doing okay. We're all trying to really support her. And,
Yeah.
just do everything we can.
Yeah.
So that's great. But definitely look into travel health insurance, no matter where
Lesson.
you travel, because you could be out of network, even down in Florida, and then something happens, you fall and you cut your leg open, which isn't horrible, but when you have to get
Cost.
something done, the
Yeah.
cost, you
Yeah.
think of it. So
Wow.
yeah, that was my fun. We had fun otherwise, though.
Yeah. Well, that's
It was
good.
great.
That's
It was
good. Yeah. New York was good. I'll never do a bus trip again, though.
Oh, I was curious about that, actually.
Dude, I saw the pictures. I was like, oh,
It was
friend.
terrible. It
Friend.
was terrible. Like, we had these people in front of us that just thought it was okay to put their seat all the way back the entire time.
people.
And I am like, and my foot, I've had surgery on before, like years ago, has been flaring up lately because I'm stupid and buy shoes from the TikTok shop that have no support for my arch because I'm old and I need it. But it's fine. They're cheap. But yes. I'd probably get toddler size shoes buying it from Amazon. But yeah, so like I needed room and they were just really rude and acted like they were just better than everybody. And like it's just it was just not. It was just I would in the bathroom, like you can hear like the bus engine, and then like you're also like tipsy turvying too. So I feel like I was gonna fall in. Like
Oh
it was just
my
not
God.
worth. I could have held my bladder for longer, but I'll never do a bus trip again. But I did it this time because like I've never been to New York. It was intimidating. I don't get out much, and it was a Christmas gift for Sammy. So, I mean. Saturday when we were there, the bus was an hour and a half picking us up, and my feet we were in the city for like 12 hours without away back to the hotel. The
Which is
hotel was
crazy.
40 minutes away. So it wasn't like it was downtown. We could just go back to the hotel and like relax. So we had to wait. Like that was my only big complaint, was just the bus drivers being late, making us wait. Like the only saving grace Saturday was my cousin picked us up to go have dinner. He lives in Brooklyn, and that like helped us like just relax for a few. But Sammy and I had a little argument in Central Park.
Core memories.
Core memories, you know,
dear.
both of us just, I didn't have
Screaming.
caffeine. She didn't have much sleep. We were just going at it, and settled it by going to Bergdorf Goodman, looking at things we can't afford. So
Window
God
shopping.
bless you. What is that?
Heals the soul.
it's a department store. I learned. I think it's one of the oldest ones besides Macy's. I think.
Bergdorf.
I can't even say it right. Bergdorf.
I'm so out of touch. I have no
Bergdorf
idea.
Goodman. It's in Uptown Manhattan, but it's like 7 levels of expensive. So like you got Prada
levels.
and like Chanel purses, home stuff, beauty. They had Balenciaga, and I about threw up because of that scandal.
Oh wow.
But it's
there's
funny.
Oh, look, a sweater. It's only $800.
It's only $895.
Awesome.
And what's so funny is like,
So wait, weren't we talking about you not having a job? What's
I do have a job, Dad. But like, it's funny.
Well, I just got this job. I'm going to Bergdorf Goldman.
We were just. I really just wanted to find a bathroom, to be completely honest. But
It better be
It's funny
made of
'cause-
gold.
Maybe I could afford like a caviar fork or something. No, I couldn't even afford that.
I mean, look at this 9 a.m. coffee cup.
Oh,
5,700.
That's not real. That cannot be real.
Whoa.
That cannot
Oh, it's by
be real.
Balenciaga. There you go.
That is disgusting.
That's not the real price. That's
at that.
another
That's like
topic.
me
for
messing
Better have Kim
$5,750 for a coffee cup. Would you like 15% off? Is this real? There's no. I'm gonna throw up.
We're looking at the
It's a
website right now.
clutch.
I'm gonna throw up.
It's a
See
clutch.
that? It's a clutch.
It's a cup. It's
It's
a
a-
cup clutch
It's a bag that looks like a.
that looks like a coffee
I'm gonna
cup.
throw up.
That is so ugly.
That is
That
so
looks like something that when you're
out of
in line at
touch.
the ATM that you
Tone
like
deaf.
vacuum up to the. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That's what it
the
looks
tubes.
like. The tube.
Oh, Josh, you know that too well.
That's disgusting.
That is.
I was
just
not in there to
grotesque.
shop. I really just wanted to find a bathroom. But what was really funny is how
I
the
got that for
employees
you for
know you're
Christmas.
poor. Because they would be like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And then the next person behind me who you know lives in New York and has money, "Oh, can I help you find something?" Like they
Ew.
totally ignore you.
It's like Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
It's like big mistake. Come back.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, so it was
So you bought this clutch? that
No,
looks
I
like a
didn't. I
coffee
didn't
mug?
buy the clutch, but I was almost tempted to buy a purse at Coach because they were having a decent sale. But that was my favorite store because they had a T-Rex made of Coach purses, and it was flipping awesome.
That is
Yeah,
Okay, you've lost half our audience at this point.
not the ones who like Coach. But yeah, overall it was a good trip. The
So you're
second,
telling me you found them on Fifth Avenue, except
Yeah.
way down Fifth
Oh,
Avenue.
we walked,
down a
yeah.
lower Manhattan Fifth Avenue.
No.
Where they're selling
Midtown.
Coach.
No, it was the Coach store. It was the actual
street.
Coach store on Fifth Avenue in
know, I know.
Uptown. Okay, but I do prefer Lower Manhattan because it's more quiet and slower.
Can
And-
I ask though, how was the tree in person?
The
We all wanna
tree,
know.
the Rockefeller tree,
Yes.
it's not worth the hype, man. It's not worth the hype.
It's beautiful.
It was shoulder to shoulder, everybody's pushing everybody. And I mean, yeah, I managed to sneak in, get a selfie in front of it but I mean,
Did you guys do Times Square?
yes, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. Times
It's a
Square
lot.
is
Times
scary.
Square.
Like you gotta keep
It's-
an eye, like especially.
I
with
saw
Sammy,
Mickey
like,
Mouse,
you gotta
Minnie
hold her
Mouse.
hand
Yeah,
the
well,
whole
that's where
time
our
through
fight
there.
started because she started walking fast,
Oh,
and I was
yeah,
like,
no.
"Get back here!"
Yeah.
Well, did you not listen to the warnings of Times Square? Like, get back here. Yeah, that it was definite. Yeah, because they'll chase you to get your picture, and they don't care. They will. the people dressed in character costumes.
Wait, I am so out of touch. I would have been like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and Mallory would be like,
Okay. Wait, what?
All right,
Wait,
$500
wait.
for the photo.
yeah, Mallory would fall for it too. What's your Venmo?
Dude, ignorance is a bliss. Hold on, we need to recap.
But
So
she would also maybe get out a roll of cash and just like,
like, yeah.
what, do you have change?
no, I'm the golden retriever 100%. So what did
They dress up in caricature costumes. So like I saw that day Mickey, Minnie, I think I saw Dora. Because then you could
Woody
take
from
pictures.
the Toy Story.
Yeah,
See,
like they're
our
dressed up as
Times
everything.
Square experiences were very different. Mine, I went a long time ago.
Well, that's the problem.
I was on
you went a
VH1
long time ago.
and I interviewed Nick Lachey.
What?
Let's talk about it.
Oh.
What?
Me and my friends, yeah.
What?
Yeah. It was like a whole thing. But
You
it was
don't
like
tell me the side of your life. Like I know nothing about your past life. Like
it was just
you interviewed Nick Lachey.
well, yeah, like my friend actually did. Yeah, it was like VH1.
She was in
and
the bathroom.
I have pictures. The amount of makeup men wear on TV.
Oh,
was actually
yeah.
kind of like
Totally.
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
little scary for me.
Yeah.
But I never saw any Mickey Mouse characters or
It's
anything
become that way. Once MTV, I think, stopped filming downtown because I wanted to see the iconic TRL window when we were down there because that's what I grew up on. And I think after MTV left and all of that, like it's lost its magic. It's no longer. Yeah. What was that, Dad?
I'm telling Michael to get closer to the mic.
Oh.
I can't hear him.
At the time, I didn't even know who Nick Lachey was. So
What?
yeah, I didn't know who Nick Lachey even was.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you're just being funny. Yeah, I
No.
didn't know who he was.
Okay.
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 Anyway.
From
Moving on.
Cincinnati.
Moving on. Yeah, he's from
But
Cincinnati.
It's the same thing. Oh, a couple things on this New York City trip. First of all, because of the bus, has this lowered your fear of flying now? Because
I was
I'm
actually-
afraid of bus trips, to be honest.
I actually,
right
I
there
think
with
it has helped because the flight's only 3 hours and I was stuck on that bus for 10 and we only stopped twice. So I think it has helped a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
even
at
a
least-
car ride, I think, would be quicker than that. what,
It
like-
would have been.
12 hours on the
maybe?
bus.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was almost
That's
12
a
hours
bit.
because we had stops and then everybody was,
Yeah,
I
you could
mean,
bust that drive out really quick from Ohio.
yeah. And we
Yeah,
had two
agreed.
buses. So when one was behind, we had to wait on the other one. Or if we were behind, they waited for it. Was just dumb. I'll never do it again.
You could stop at places on the way. wherever
Exactly.
You want.
Yeah.
Rather than-
But a flight, I can't stop.
No. Well, that's fine, but you'll be there quicker.
That's true.
So
That's
what
true.
made you decide to do the bus?
Because I'd never experienced it before. So I just wanted it to be
She
like,
had those romantic visions of being in the,
Like Hallmark.
sleeper car on the bus and the tiny
That's the love of her life. Woman gets on bus on her way to New York. In
it's a
December.
new plot.
Yeah.
It's a new movie plot.
Starts snowing, and we all know what happens when it starts snowing.
We get stranded.
Your brother used to live in Brooklyn. And he would take a bus there to go back and forth. When 'cause
Like
he
one of the
was
transit
college,
buses?
Like intern.
Yeah.
No, he'd pick it up downtown.
Oh, okay.
Columbus, and they would drive. And that's the one
Oh,
that.
down. I was yeah, okay.
It's the one that wrecked, if you guys remember, like
Yeah.
a few years ago. It wrecked.
Oh, wow.
I had a friend that used to go to school in New York, and he would pick up the bus here in Columbus and go all the way to New York.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, it's probably that
weekends.
same bus.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
wow.
it was only like $40 or
Yeah,
something.
it was
Hmm.
cheap.
Yeah, it
Or
was
they'd
super
go
cheap.
out and like catch a bus in Pittsburgh or something close that they
Yeah.
didn't have to drive all the way.
Yeah. It's a very boring drive. Yeah. But yeah, I'll never.
What drive isn't?
Some it's not. When you drive through the mountains, it's at least pretty to look at.
Pennsylvania.
Not me.
You can ask him.
Wait,
Okay.
what, Michael?
Knuckling the whole way
He,
through.
he literally thinks we're gonna fall off the edge. Look, Michael, look.
But overall, yeah, good trip.
Oh, and then the second thing. So let's see, the bus, and then the other thing that I was going to ask you on New York City.
What
I forget. now.
about Sammy?
No, the fight, whatever that happened.
Bergdorf?
Teenagers. No, we discussed
Coach.
that. Coach. Nah, nothing.
Yeah.
Any
Lost me.
cheesecake? Did you get any? New York?
No, see, I wasn't like so focused on food because we decided to walk everywhere. We didn't really do transport because we wanted to experience it. So the second day we started off at Statue of Liberty.
Walk everywhere. The first time you go from avenue to avenue, and you're like, wait, this is fucking long.
It is,
Yeah.
and we figured that out. But it wasn't bad because Sunday
Wait,
was
can I
60
say-
degrees. So,
that's nice.
yeah, so we started at Statue of Liberty, but didn't want to pay $30 for a ferry. What is going on out there?
I can't.
Oh, okay, all right. I just hear a bunch of
Do you
honking.
think the walking is worse than Vegas?
I've never been to Vegas.
I literally have never experienced anything like
It wasn't
I-
that bad.
I would say Vegas is worse than New York.
It
when
wasn't.
comes
Yeah,
to
it wasn't bad
walking.
because we started all the way down there and we went to Ground Zero and then walked all the way back to Macy's, and so seeing like Soho, Tribeca, all that stuff. I really enjoyed
You
that.
walked from Ground Zero to.
Yeah,
Dude.
we
my
did.
God, that's like
It was warm.
100
Why not?
miles.
It's a lot.
Plus,
but
I don't
you
trust
see so
myself on
much
the
in
subway.
between, though.
Yeah, you
True.
do. You got
True.
to. I wanted to see everything.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad that we did because we experienced some fun stuff that day. I did find a Murray's Bagels.
Well, yeah, Murray's a
I didn't know that.
popular
Well,
sort of Jewish.
See,
I wanted to go in and see if they had like a dog, so I could bring it home to Murray, like a
Oh, that'd be cute.
a Murray
Dog
bagel.
bagel.
Yeah.
Oh, it reminded me. Thanks, Michael, because it reminded me the same thing happened in Vegas that happened in New York, where it used to be kind of fun to go to the Bellagio fountain and all that stuff. Now it's just so packed; it's not even fun.
Bunch of
Yeah.
selfie sticks in your
Oh, it's
face. and
horrible.
it's
It was the
terrible.
Midtown was really packed. It was too packed for me. Yeah.
the only thing I feared when I was there was the cabs because they don't stop.
Yeah.
The taxi drivers do
They
not
will.
stop. If you get in front of one of them,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're-
the
you're-
horn honking is a whole nother culture
Even when
out
you're in a
there.
like
crosswalk, you
real.
gotta
Yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah, but
never saw Mickey Mouse though.
yeah. All right. Well, we've discovered a Balenciaga purse,
Oh yeah.
$1,000.
I already talked about
coffee
my
clutch.
complaints.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So, do we have any major life updates in the last 2 weeks since we recorded? No.
I'm not pregnant.
Dad's not pregnant. Yeah. My divorce isn't final yet.
Worried about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say during your vacation we had one too, and for his 30th birthday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they went to Gatlinburg.
Getting old.
Ooh.
Yeah. Getting old.
You're 30.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have
Another
fun now.
story is Gallenberg is not what it used to be.
No.
It is
That is
packed.
another one that is not
It
what
is
it used to be. Yeah.
like I mean, we ended up there during the Christmas parade. So,
Oh.
I mean, you can only imagine what those sidewalks look like.
Oh my
They
God.
were
The summertime's bad enough.
packed, and it's just they're outgrowing
Yeah.
the space that they have,
Mhm.
and it's
See.
not as enjoyable.
Well, now everything's paid parking. And
Oh, down there. Oh, it's a nightmare.
We went down the strip and everything was closed. No open parking. We were up and down. It's getting crazy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I noticed that when we went over the summer. I booked a trip to go back because Sammy wanted to do a senior trip with her girls, and I wanted to go back to hike more of the national park. And I'm not going back downtown. I'm not going to do that.
I was actually shocked at. We loved the Jason Aldean bar, but it was expensive.
It was, but the food
$9
was
for
so
one
good.
Beer,
a
$9
can.
for a can.
A can?
Oh my God!
That's like the same price
$9.
at the concert arena.
Neither
Wait,
one is
what
acceptable.
concert you been to? I think they're like 15.
Well, they're like
anymore.
10.
No, you could get like a.
What was the one that we went to? They were like $18 for like a draft or something.
What's the
like
last one
Getting
we went
robbed
to?
blind.
that. It
Finally.
was. Oh my gosh.
What was the last one?
What?
Yeah.
What was the last one we went to? I
Oh,
can't.
Brad Paisley.
Brad Pays.
Remember
Nuh-uh.
that? That was the one that was expensive though.
Oh, the
did the
drafts
road
were
trip.
expensive. Yeah, we did the road trip. We did it, and one night because Sammy's birthday was the next day, but we drove to Indianapolis that night and came back that same night because we wanted to see Brad Paisley really bad. And my cousin drove home, and she was going like 95 on 70 the entire way in the rain. I was oh my God.
Okay, a couple things. So we have Josh and Michael here.
Yes.
We have to let them talk about
Yes,
their
yes.
things. And Michael, don't be afraid. I know we were joking before we started the
Yeah.
pod the Thanksgiving Day parade. You can get really close to the mic. It's okay.
Yeah, you don't have lipstick
I'm
on, so it's
missing
not
you.
going to go all over the place. Yeah. So we're continuing kind of the theme of family doesn't have to be blood, and Michael and Josh, same thing. Michael I've been friends with for almost
20 years.
20 years now, and Josh, what is it, 6?
Yeah,
We're going on
I think
6?
6, yeah.
Yeah. So they've been a huge part of my life, and they've been my family.
So
And-
wait, Michael, 20 years.
Yeah.
So how does that happen? Explain that. Can I? No, I want to hear Michael explain it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You
Yeah.
don't be afraid to kiss the mic.
It's funny because so we both went to college together. We had history class, and I thought I had made some friends. I sat in the back of the room, and she sits next to me one day. I think it was like a day or two after it started, and she just tells me her entire life story that she's known me for years.
Wait, Sarah did that?
What?
That's not like her at all.
Some things never change.
I'm lost. I don't know.
Dad.
And go on.
Well, I mean, we had the class together. My cousin and I lived together, so we actually invited her over just to hang out. We became close friends right away, I would say.
Yeah, we've had so many good
Maybe that
times.
class was
Yeah.
just boring as heck, but
Yeah. History class. Yeah. And that's it. That's history. Yeah.
That's how you became friends. And that's so. How did that continue on though? So you meet that. What do you guys do? Tell me the story of like, were you into him then? How did that happen then? Just a friend.
Yeah. I mean, I may have been more into his cousin, but
I mean, we partied. We had parties.
yeah, we had a lot of parties at the house. Yeah, college parties. But
Yeah, 'cause we were like one of the few friends that had no parents. We didn't live with parents, so it was nice. Just to
Yeah.
escape.
yeah, so that's how it started. And then I got with Sam's dad and got pregnant, so it kind of but we still kept in contact and everything. And
A lot.
Yeah.
So you guys became really good
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was nothing there, all that. Mm-hmm. Because that's a thing. So I'm gonna pull old guy. And I think people my age, we didn't have those male female relationships, so that was always a challenge. And then you get serious with someone or marry someone, and then you're not allowed to have those relationships. And I think that's really difficult. Mm-hmm. I think difficult for most people. So you have to figure out, how can you make those relationships, which I think are very important, part of your life. Mm-hmm. So how do you do that?
I don't know. We just kind of.
And I might be the first one to say you guys are partners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't introduce them
Yeah.
like as partners, but did you know that right away, or how does that?
We kind of just talked about it. I mean, it was just I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, did I interrupt you? I'm
it's
so
fine.
you
I just-
literally
you
what?
guys talking.
I think it was pretty natural. I don't know if there was a lot of challenges with our friendship.
No, we just had a lot of fun, and then, I mean, we've had as a group, friendships come and go throughout the years too. Kept a few
Yeah.
around.
Because you guys have been friends for a long time now.
Really long time. I mean, he's up there because my friend Amy I've been friends with since kindergarten. So he's like the second longest one. Yeah.
And that takes, I mean, that's
Yeah. I mean, we
commendable.
don't fight. We just have a lot of fun.
So do we think having a male-female relationship is really important, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
'cause I do.
I think
But
it
I think
is.
it also
And it-
builds trust
Yeah.
in other relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So,
100%.
I trust Michael that I don't,
Right.
same thing. Michael was good friends with Sarah during one of our marriages, and there's trust there. That I think that builds trust in a relationship as well too. Being
Yeah.
able to have, a male-female relationship
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
outside of a.
It does. For me, it brings also another point of view sometimes, too.
How
Yeah.
so you've been friends for 20 years, so that went through your two husbands? How were they?
How
with
many
that?
times are we going to bring up two husbands?
Well,
Every
I'm
time.
making a point, Sarah.
Sarah's used to marriages.
Oh, I'll be bringing that up a lot. Mallory, help me here.
You know. Oh. I don't re-
What were you going to say,
But
Dad?
my point
Sorry.
is, my point is, how did your husbands, or call a husband if you don't want to, multiple, how did they deal with that though? Like I have this really good male friend. Is that something you discuss before you get married, or is that something that?
No, there was no discussion. It was like, these are my friends. You take it or leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I got to give them credit.
Yeah.
Well, I think the last one, like they knew, or he knew Josh and I together. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like there was also other friends in the group that balanced it all out. So
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever a question.
No. Yeah. And the first one, too, like, it was never
I got to
an
meet
issue.
him once or twice. So.
What?
I said I got to meet him once or twice.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. you'd say- yeah. Fun times.
I just think that it's an important part of relationships. And your uncle, my brother that lives in D.C., has a really good, woman friend that I think they maybe thought about something before. And then his current wife is just okay with them going out to dinner or lunch. I think they maybe do lunches and stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's a line that we cross, right?
Yeah.
I'm really curious about this actually, because I think it can ruin marriages, and
Yeah.
probably a lot of heterosexual marriages are ruined because somebody has a good friend, and unless they're homosexual, they feel that you can't be friends with that.
Yeah.
And I 100% disagree with that. So I want to get some of your young people's thoughts on that.
I think it stems with security and your own relationship, and a lot of issues that come from thinking someone's cheating is just because you're not secure enough in yourself and the relationship you have with one another. If you're secure in who you're with, then I feel like those shouldn't be issues that you're
Right.
experiencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also think too, there's the other side of it where maybe that friend could have feelings for you, have always had feelings for you, and that's why they stick around hoping for that chance. Maybe there's that too. But I mean, if
So
it's
you have
not
to be
really,
transparent on both sides.
yeah,
'cause
yeah,
it-
yeah, for sure.
I've actually seen that happen too with some friends.
Yeah,
And it can be bad in the end. And I don't think that friendship worked, but I think you're right. It's transparency and communication.
security. Yeah.
Oh, a lot of friend things. Like I've been guilty of like having a best friend, best friend. This is back in my younger days, and you just know that sex would ruin the relationship, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
You're like, oh damn it, I just ruined this
Screwed it up.
relationship.
Now there's feelings, man.
Now I can't be open.
Yeah.
Look,
I've probably done that a couple times myself.
Tyler.
Oh, Michael went there. What didn't happen, actually. Yeah. All right. Well,
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Mallory,
I'm Sarah.
and I'm the monkey in the middle.
and everything
Is fine.
This is Subject to Change, and everything is fine. Subject to change. Everything is fine.